Some days, just getting everyone dressed and out the door feels like an Olympic event. I've lost count of how many times I've left the house without my credit card or realized my coffee was still sitting on the counter. On those days, the idea of doing something new that will benefit my overall health, it just sounds impossible. But here's the truth. Growth doesn't wait for life to calm down. It happens right in the middle of the chaos. Welcome to episode 28 of Making Mel Health in the Hustle. This podcast is a place where motherhood meets muscle, ambition meets exhaustion, and figuring out how to prioritize my health journey into the insanely beautiful chaos of a busy life is what I talk about. Some days it'll look messy, and other days flawless. But no matter what kind of day I'm having, I can assure you I will tell the truth and do my best to give you some good ideas and insight to help you prioritize your own journey. I used to think I'd start my health journey when things slowed down. Spoiler alert, it never did. Life has gotten busier and busier, and in the last 6 weeks, it has accelerated to a level that I didn't think was possible. I have had to learn to squeeze in those little moments of discomfort, trying some kind of new workout, prepping a healthy meal, saying no to something that didn't serve me, and staying up until midnight to get the job done. It's not always pretty, but it is real. The unexpected launch of a business in the last month has led to a host of additional work that was not expected. A whole lot of amazing people who I get to bring along, and a string of long days and late nights to get it all done. I am very happy to announce that my semester is over. I have 2 PhD courses completed and under my belt with A's to show for it. But that hasn't happened without a cost, considering the level of hustle that I've been maintaining. Stepping outside of your comfort zone can sometimes make life feel even more hectic. Let's be honest. Sometimes pushing myself to add something new creates another level of hustle that just adds to the chaos. Recently, I've ordered dinner, missed some workouts, and I have not been able to check in with friends on the level that I would like to. I have felt totally overwhelmed, but I've also had some amazing breakthroughs. I've had incredible energy, I've had way more confidence, and a sense of pride that I've done something hard, even if it's been a little messy. It can be so tough to step outside of your comfort zone. But Coach Val always says that life begins outside of your comfort zone, and that's why it's worth it to step out. Research tells us that a little discomfort's good for us. It's how our brains grow and we find those aha moments. But too much, that's when burnout hits. So I try to find that sweet spot, that balance. I challenge myself, but I also give myself grace when things get a little wild. Even 20 minutes a day can make a difference, and some days that's enough. Imagine your comfort zone as your favorite cozy chair. It's safe and familiar, but if you never get up, you don't get stronger or see what's outside. Scientists call this the Yerkes-Dodson law. A little bit of stress is good for you, but too much stress can freeze you up. So it's normal to feel nervous when you try something new, but it's actually how your brain gets ready to grow. When you try new things, your brain starts making those new connections, like building new roads in a city. That's called neuroplasticity. A little stress releases chemicals that help you learn and adapt. So feeling a little bit uncomfortable is a sign that your brain is working hard to help you grow, and growth is always a good thing. Research from Stanford found that people who regularly push themselves out of their comfort zones move ahead faster at work, and feel more satisfied with their lives. Another study shows that 85% of personal breakthroughs happen when we are outside of our comfort zone. So if you want to grow, you have to get a little uncomfortable. Right now, my brain must be lit up like a Christmas display because I have been living in discomfort hard for the last 6 weeks, and it shows no sign of letting up for a minute anytime soon. If you get nervous in social situations, you're not alone. Social anxiety can be related to a lot of different things. It may be judgment by yourself or by others. The trick is to kind of start small. Maybe if you say hello to someone in public, make eye contact, or try a new activity with a friend. Over time, your brain learns that new things are not so scary after all. And science shows us that growth happens when we do those things where it feels a little scary or awkward. But that's not always easy, especially if you're busy or you feel anxious in social situations, like me. That's right. I have social anxiety, for those of you who don't know. It was another blessed gift from COVID, the gift that keeps on giving and I wish it would stop. I would be content to hide in my house 24/7 and never leave, which is why I force myself to leave. On Sunday, I have an event planned with a friend at 10 o'clock. I'm going to a fitness class with her, and it's called Pound. It's cardio drumming. It's a whole cardio routine with drumsticks, and they even encourage you to break them if you can. And I am really looking forward to it and meeting my friend. We've never met in person before, but I think she's amazing, and I can't wait to see her. And at the same time, going to this scares me to death. Why? Because the unknown is outside of my comfort zone. What if I have an asthma attack in mid-class? What if her friends think she's crazy for bringing me along? What ifs will drive you crazy if you let them. Sometimes you just gotta jump in with both feet regardless of how you feel and hope that you can get in there and break the drumsticks and have some fun. And that's what I intend to do. You don't need hours every single day to grow. Even 20 minutes a day, trying something new can make a difference. The key is, pick what matters most. Say no to the things that don't help you grow, and use tools like calendars or apps to help you stay on track. I turn my phone off when I have work to do. I block it off, shut off the ringer, and put it face down. If you want growth, sometimes that is extremely necessary. And not all discomfort is good. If you push too hard, you can burn out. The goal is to find that balance. Challenge yourself, but don't completely overwhelm yourself. If you are feeling exhausted or stressed all the time, it's okay to take a step back or just go to bed. So here are some practical tips to help you live at the edge of your comfort zone. Awkwardness, first of all, is a sign that you're growing, not failing. The butterfly is one of my symbols for a reason. You have to be an ugly caterpillar in an ugly cocoon for a minute before you can emerge and morph into something even better. Own the ugly caterpillar / cocoon stage. You will not start flying from go. It's just not the way that things work. Start with some small challenges and build up. Focus on things that feel hard, but don't take a huge amount of time and energy. The hard things that take those things will come in time. You just have to build up to it. Use some science-backed tools like mindfulness or reframing. Maybe managing your time better. With mindfulness, take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. If your mind wanders like mine, and it probably will, gently bring it back to your own breathing. This helps you start the day with a clear head, and it can lower your stress level because it resets your nervous system. When chaos hits, the kids are screaming, emails are piling up, deadlines for hard stuff to be done is approaching, just pause for 60 seconds. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and notice how your body feels. That helps to reset your brain. Now, for reframing negative thoughts, when you catch yourself thinking, I will never get this right, try flipping it to, I'm learning, and it's okay to make mistakes. This simple shift can boost your confidence and help keep you going. And if you miss a workout or you eat something that's less healthy, instead of beating yourself up, remind yourself, one day doesn't define my journey, and I'm still making progress. Remember, it's about the progress, not perfection. Managing your time well can take the use of a calendar or an app. Like I said before, block out time for yourself each day, whether it's exercise or meal prep or just a walk outside. Treat that time like an appointment you can't miss. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb or flip it face down when you focus on health tasks. Even a short break from distractions can help you stay on track. So, if you're listening and thinking, this all sounds great, but my life is just too chaotic, trust me, I get it. The truth is, growth just doesn't wait for things to calm down. It happens in the middle of the chaos and the messiness, between the spilled coffee, the missed workouts, and the late night hustle. Living outside of your comfort zone isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it feels like you're adding more chaos to an already overflowing plate. But those moments of discomfort, oh guys, that's where the magic happens. That's where you find out what you're capable of, even if it is a little messy along the way. And when it gets overwhelming, remember, you have tools to help you through. Mindfulness can give you a moment of calm in the storm. Reframing your negative thoughts can turn a setback into a lesson or a pivot. Managing your time, even if it's just carving out 20 minutes for yourself, can help you stay on track without burning out. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself, even when life feels out of control. Growth is awkward. It's uncomfortable. And sometimes it's downright inconvenient. But every time you step outside of your comfort zone, you're building a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. As you move forward, remember that every season of life brings its own kind of chaos. And living outside of your comfort zone creates additional havoc. Some days, you're going to feel like you're barely keeping it together. And other days, you might surprise yourself with what you can handle. No matter where you are in your journey, give yourself credit for showing up and trying, even when it's hard. The path to growth isn't always straight or smooth, but it's yours, and it's worth walking. Here's to embracing the unknown, finding the small wins in the chaos, to discovering just how resilient and brave you really are, and maybe breaking some drumsticks with a friend despite the anxiety that showing up causes. I strongly urge you to get out of that comfy chair of your comfort zone and go start a little something uncomfortable. Let me know how it goes. I'll be over here cheering you on as I go get uncomfortable just like you. Until next time, onward and upward, my friends.